Well, hey, okay, I'm really hoping my mic sounds good because I've been having some issues with it today. I was trying to set it up to be all fancy because I'm back after being away for like, what, 2 months or something? Maybe only a month, I don't know. But I am back. A lot of Percy Jackson stuff has happened since I've been gone. The strikes are over. Yes to the unions, they got the deal that they wanted. It's coming out next week. As someone who commented when this went live, we're 1 week away, people. This is not a drill. It is definitely not a drill. It is coming. The show is coming. We've got the 2-episode premiere next week. Don't know what time it's airing at this point. There has been some changes with how Disney have been releasing things, so it's either going to be at midnight Pacific Standard Time, or it's going to be at like 9:30 p.m. No, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I'm hoping it's going to be the midnight release, because otherwise I'm going to have to wait till Thursday to watch it, or wait up until 2 a.m. to watch it. Hi, good to hear you again. How do you feel? I'm a lot better. I'm still a little bit full of laryngitis, but a lot better than what I was. So there will be new content coming, including with the show coming next week. I will be doing reviews on both episodes, breakdowns on both episodes, and also my general content as well. So keep an eye out for that. But today we are diving into everything that's going on, because currently right now, there are some people who are going to the Percy Jackson premiere. And it's just, there's been a bunch of stuff. There's like videos that I've got to do with conference the other day, which was an interview with the Golden Trio. There's been some clips released of that. I've managed to find a whole video. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to watch it. We're going to see. It is from the Olympus report. I've dropped a bunch of links for the stuff we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be looking at the Reddit page. We're going to be looking at the trailer, because obviously I didn't get to react to it because I got sick just as the strikes ended. And well, no, the strikes were going whilst I was still doing content, but because the strikes were going on, I didn't react to the trailer in solidarity with the strikers. So I forgot to put this image down. But yeah, there's a lot that's going on. There's a lot to cover. So let's get into it. There's a lot. I'm going to bring up the trailer first, so you guys can see my official reaction. Obviously, it's not going to be my first time reaction to it, but it is going to be a reaction to it. Hold on, let me adjust this slide. Wait. Yeah, but let's do it like this, because it's better, because you guys can see it that way. And I'll make the screen bigger, and you're just going to see. I'm going to break it down a little bit as well, not into too much detail, because you guys are probably going to want to see the more important content. And of course, this is the moment everything freezes. All right, okay. And let me make sure the volume's not too loud, because Disney has apparently been copywriting claiming people, which isn't fun. So here it is. Also, there are no captions or subtitles. I'm someone who struggles to understand people without subtitles. So here we go.
Perseus. That's me.
Mm-hmm. That's who you're named after.
Okay, I've got to say straight away, I know I'm like interrupting straight off the bat, but the fact that we've got young Percy, hold on, let me stay on here. The fact we've got a young Percy, someone who looks so similar to Walker, is absolutely fabulous. And also the fact that Sally has been teaching him about Greek mythology since he was young. Already love this additional change that's happened here.
Because he was a hero?
Because he was brave and kind and against all odds.
Okay. Again, I'm going to be breaking down as I go through it. So, let me do. How do I do it? I think it's here. Playback speed. Do it real slow. Okay, ignore how weird it sounds. Okay, so this, I think, is the trio either heading toward Auntie M's or possibly Underworld. Of course, we've got our blue food. Can't do anything without the blue food. Blue food is the most essential. This is spoilers, so I won't say anything. We've got, hold on. Sorry, you can't pause it straight away. We've got the St. Louis Arch. Very cool. Percy just running for his life during camp. You know, very, very accurate situation. And then, oh crap. Okay, it's gone weird. But it's smaller the screen. But we got a little hint of something, which I think I know what it is, but that is also spoilers. So I won't be saying anything. They literally built a time machine and kidnapped a young Walker for filming. Yes, they did. Honestly, though, that the actor they did get for young Percy is phenomenal. They aren't related to Walker or anything like that. They just look so similar to them. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, as real Dalman looks so much like younger Walker. It's amazing. I know, it's amazing. It's very, very cool. And the fact they aren't related to Walker, they're just someone who looks so similar to them. I love it. But then also we then get this really cool shot of Percy in the lightning. Oh, let me put the sound back on.
I'm used to the world feeling weird to me.
Of course, we've got Nancy, the little shite. No, I'm joking. But there was like a release scene as well of her being even more of a bully, and I'm already obsessed with it.
Like a puzzle with half their own pieces.
Love the dyslexia rap here.
It all feels different somehow.
Percy, you are.
Okay. I know Mr. Wait, what do they call him? Yeah, I've forgotten what they're called in the class. Anyway, love that we've got the Pegasus reference as well, because it's already here. I'm here for it.
Special. When you're ready to hear what the gods have.
Mr. Brunner! That's it. Yes, but what the gods have in store for you, all of the slides. Sorry, I'm pausing so much.
What the gods have in store for you, they'll tell you.
Percy, the stories I have told you about Greek
Ah!
gods and monsters,
Oh,
they are real.
that's so.
This is crazy.
You are a half-blood, and half-bloods are not safe in the world.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no, I didn't go far back enough.
A half-blood, and half-bloods.
I keep not pausing in time. But we've had a previous look at Luke's scar in general. But so glad that they brought the scar in. Glad that, like, from the little bits that we've seen of camp as well, it already feels so tangible. Like, it feels like such a real place. And I'm obsessed with it. So I'm going to put myself, my Wi-Fi's going a bit weird. But there's just already so many, it feels so lived in, which like is something that I really wanted for Camp Half-Blood, because these kids, like, there are kids who are there all year round. There are kids that are, it feels lived in, and that's perfect. I mean, just look at all this.
Are not safe in the world.
Everything has been training for what's still ahead of you. Hold on.
I was seeing the tiny whiteys. Obsessed.
Percy Jackson, your father needs your help. The master bolt has been stolen. If you don't return the bolt, there will be war.
You can hear briefly that there is a moment where there's some audio clipping where they've kind of cut to someone saying something different with Mr. Brunner, which is kind of bad editing on Disney's part. Also, I will give one negative to the trailer, and I know I'm not trying to be too negative because I'm actually really, really looking forward to it. But basically, I think they've given too much away to a degree, with just like showing the actors for certain things and showing the bolts and some things that I don't think they should have shown. This shot immediately of Clarice just looking so happy looking at her spear, obsessed.
That
The fight scenes already look so good as well.
I know it sounds daunting,
Ooh.
but you won't be alone. A quest is always
Annabeth!
undertaken by three.
Demigods process reality differently. We gotta figure out what you're good at.
Should I try again?
No!
There's no place for me here.
Again, not going to be saying for spoilers, but very happy about this scene's inclusion. Hold on, let me make this big again. yeah, but very happy about the scene's inclusion, because this is obviously something that they missed in the previous films. Just all these scenes with Annabeth, like the special effects are looking pretty good so far. I can't know if they're giving away a lot or if I know too much that I understand what's going on. So there is, I don't want to talk too many spoilers in this because I don't want to spoil for anything of people who may be coming here without prior knowledge. But there is one thing in particular, and if you, I don't know if my Discord is linked down below, but I will talk about it on my Discord server. Actually, no. For anyone who wants to not hear spoilers, mute currently. But it's the scene of Percy handing the bolt to someone at the till. So that's showing that Percy's retrieved it. So that's kind of the bit here. I love how the trailer shows some of the humor that was absent in other teasers. Yes, the humor, spot on. So happy about that as well.
You still don't get where you fit into office. We were sent on a quad. What do you think it'll be?
Demigods.
I'm very intrigued about that. This I would also say was a bit of a spoiler.
Mom, I'm not leaving you. Percy, hold fast.
I'm very intrigued about that line.
Maybe I won't even need this sword. I'm gonna need a sword.
Yeah. So immediately, so much, like, such a good trailer. Really loving all of that. I've made myself big again. And I'm glad I can finally react and talk about it. Special effects look good. There are definitely, I think there was some moments where it's kind of like you can kind of see where it needed some finishing touching up. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving that they keep using the song Riptide. I do think they need to find another song at some point. And yeah, we're getting good moments of seeing all the characters. We've got good moments of seeing Clarice, good moments of seeing I was about to say the actor's name, of seeing Luke. Also, we've got good moments of Annabeth showing her wisdom side of it all, and how kind of tough as nails she is a little bit as well. How sweet Grover is, how out of his depths Percy is, all this sort of stuff. And yeah, I'm happy with how the trailer is. Very excited for next week, which is where we're going to go into all the other stuff that I've missed, which, crap. The page I was going to show it on has just reloaded, so it's now just going from the start. Oh dear. So I'm going to scroll down to that in the meantime. But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that I've missed since being sick, and it's very upsetting being behind the times, but it's fine. We've got this. But yeah, there's a lot that's there we go. And we're here. Share screen. So this is yeah, we go. This is the PGO Disney Reddit server, and so it's just got a bunch of the different things. So this is the new poster for season 1, and already loving it. Again, this is the thing that lots of people have. I've got an issue with the sort of floating head-ish style posters, but this I'm always somewhat okay because it kind of fits the style, because it kind of like you've got like a wave type thing. You've got the Minotaur very clearly here. Obviously, you've got Grover, Walker, Annabeth. I'm not too sure what this could be. Actually, well, obviously, this down here is New York. This here is, I believe, the Chimera. Well, I'm not too sure what this is, so I'm intrigued. But yeah, so we had the new poster come out, which is very, very cool. I love, this is the here. I love the lightning in the post clouds like ocean waves. Yes, I love it. I love it so much. It's it's very innovative with just the styling for it, because it's a mixture of the two. Then obviously we've got our character posters, our brand new ones as well, which I love these so much more than the previous ones we got, which kind of felt a bit AI-y. But we got Percy, we got Annabeth, And I just want to point out this detail as well. We got the college ring. And obviously, we've got Percy without any beads. Annabeth's beads here as well. Love that. And then we got our boy Grover showing off his horn. Yeah, horn. I've got the word there, and then also the nature stuff as well. Cute. I love it. And this was just like one of the images for the press. So these weren't ever confirmed, but these were basically people assume these were the runtimes. That's not been fully confirmed yet. Okay, no, that's something else. I don't remember what that was for. Oh yeah, then we got a shot of Medusa, and she'll be being in episode 3 on the 27th of December. Very, very exciting. Oh, this was one of the short clips.
Mommy's here. I'm right here, sweetie. Mommy's here.
Mr. Jackson, you will learn to control yourself. Do you understand me?
Me?
Do you understand me?
He can't help it, Mrs. Dodds. Percy's special.
That's enough.
It's a short little clip, but it's just showing how nasty Nancy is. Did you guys hear that, by the way? I want to double check to make sure the sound is working from this thing as well. But yeah, that was just one of the little clips that got released. And no, stop.
Exciting to see you because I just watched the screeners for the first few episodes, and it is pretty fire. I will say I was sucked into the story. Let's start with you, Walker. You play Percy Jackson, and your character goes through, oh my gosh, a tumultuous range of events from being bullied to, something bad happening to your mom. I won't give it away. But what was the most challenging thing for you playing Percy Jackson?
I would say, just before we dive in, his voice has already changed so much. So I'm very excited to see how season 2 is going to go based on, the changes that have already happened with like their heights and their voices.
I would say the most challenging thing was probably a lot of the fight scenes were pretty challenging because there's a lot of choreography that we had to remember, and a lot of the fight scenes in the show are like half fight, half like emotion kind of based.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's a weird balance that you kind of gotta figure out.
Yeah, totally. I mean, in the beginning with you fighting on.
Okay, just note because she slightly spoils. Remember. If you follow Olivia on social, you know how bubbly and positive she is. So her Nancy, like, really threw you off. Yeah, no, it's acting. But I also like what Walker was talking about here of basically that the fight scenes that he was working on. The reason why they were so challenging is not only because of the choreography, but also because of the fact that he was having to fight with emotion, which is it's hard enough learning the choreography to fight for something, but to fight with emotion is probably so much more difficult than I can imagine, because you're having to act whilst fighting, but also trying to remember how the specific fight scene is meant to go. So it says a lot about his skills and abilities. So props.
The half goat, half boy, and you're kind of his protector in the show. Why do you think audience members are going to relate to all the characters in this show?
Well, I think what made the book so beloved when they first came out is that every character could be someone reading it. There's so many different people at camp that no matter who you are, no matter how different you think that you are, there's someone that you can relate to in the book, which is fantastic.
And Arian really showing that he is so Grover coded, because that was just so sweet.
Did you read the novels? How much research did you have to do to kind of embody your character?
Yes. Well, I definitely read the books beforehand. I read it when I was in 5th grade. That's when I first started it. It was really from my brother because he was the one who was a diehard fan of it. And I just saw so many books of Percy Jackson and even all the Rick Riordan books and stuff and Heroes of Olympus and all of that, on his bookshelf. And I was you must really love those books. And definitely and stuff so he was yeah, you should read it. And I was okay. So then when I started getting to reading it, I actually really liked it. And then I read it again when I was in 7th grade. But then I got the part, and then when I got the part, I read it again, and then I read it after, which I'm doing right now. But I did have to study more on the behind of the Greek mythology. You know, like even though you read Percy Jackson and you know Percy Jackson, that's still Percy Jackson. You need to know behind it, like all the other Greek gods and stuff, you know. So I have studied on it and things which I'm going to do again.
Sorry, I'm being really
because
quiet.
I feel like we did our quiz a little bit. Like I was like, wait a minute. But yes, most definitely though, I had to brush up a little bit
on the Greek mythology. Okay.
Yes,
Okay, so that is, yeah, I was just going to say, August, Leah's just so Annabeth in all of those interviews. Yes, the fact, and I think there was also, I don't think I can find it, but basically there was a whole thing where she talks about how obviously the books are from Percy's POV. You know a bit about Annabeth and all these sort of things, but there's nothing from Annabeth's perspective. So she kind of dove into the character of Athena, well, I say character, Athena from mythology, to kind of understand a little bit of how Annabeth could be perceived and how Annabeth could be seen, because, you know, she's got to try and find a way to emulate that Athena-ness in some way. And it just, she's so Annabeth. I love it so much. I just realized they're all wearing blue in this interview. Yes, there's some others as well, and I thought that was brilliant. Yeah, but all these guys, they're matching their characters so well. Oh, hold on.
Kind of stage that helped with all the special effects. What was that like? Did it help with all the fight scenes? Was it cool being a part of this production?
Yeah, so it's built by ILM. It's called a volume stage, and it's basically like a bunch of TV screens all around you, and it's got a motion sensor on like the camera and the stage, so it can like change perspective based on where the camera is. And I think it really helps, like acting wise, when you're doing a fight scene or any kind of scene, because it makes you feel like you're in your environment, so you don't have to imagine it like a blue screen, you know.
So it's good to know that they were able to work with the scenes really well, using the volume and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, they're working so hard. They had, I think this was them just kind of saying similar things.
Arian, you are the goat, literally and figuratively. As your character, Grover, is a satyr, half boy, half goat. Did I say that correctly? Satyr?
Yes.
Yes.
Satyr.
Okay. So obviously you're not half goat in real life.
No.
And I was a little disappointed when I saw you in real life.
Yeah.
So how'd you guys do this for the show?
Well, what you see is cargo pants and then goat legs, but I'm actually wearing skin tight mocap pants for most of the shoot. I'm wearing Visifex tights, and then underneath it, a layer of cotton padding to make my legs look a little larger, and cargo pants, and then they fix it in post.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Had you ever done anything like that before?
No, this is my first time doing a lot of stuff. Wires, stunt work, motion capture, anything like that. It was a lot of fun.
Arian, you were...
Ooh. So now we know how the goat legs come to be, and also all the other stuff. I don't think I've got the order here as well, but basically some of the actors that these guys have worked with in other stuff. So, oh God, what's his name? The guy who plays the Hulk. I've forgotten his name. I mean, I've forgotten all of the actors' names, I think. But yeah, the guy who played the Hulk, who was obviously in the film, The Adam Project with Walker, gave like huge words of encouragement for playing Percy. Idris Elba, who was in Beast with Leah, also gave huge words of encouragement to all of the kids. And then Mark Ruffalo, thanks. And then I'm glad you guys will remember. I don't remember a thing. And then there was, oh gosh, the person who plays his mum in Cheaper by the Dozen, the Disney Plus thing. I'm so bad with names. But anyway, basically a bunch of actors who all the cast had worked with in different things, gave them huge words of encouragement. I just thought that was really sweet. Completely irrelevant to what I was just talking about, but yeah. This is the thing that I was meaning. When you read the book, as this from Leah, when you read the books, it's coming from Percy Jackson's perspective. I'm not playing Percy Jackson, so I wanted to make sure I knew Annabeth's story. I had to study more on her and who is Athena and who are the people around her that she cares about. I wanted that strength, but the vulnerability of her too. And yes, Gabrielle Ewan, Union, sorry. Yes, you are correct. So bad with names. But yes, but literally all of this is like Leah knows Annabeth. She put the work in for Annabeth. I can't wait to see her bring her to life. Oh, and then we had some more posters for some of the monsters. We've got Medusa, we've got Electro, and we've got the Minotaur. Very cool. Oh, we got a little bit of the soundtrack, but I don't think I can play that because that will get copyrighted, which is very annoying. Oh yeah, here we go.
The show looks amazing. Logan asked me to tell you this. The
From
show
Logan
looks
Lemon.
amazing, and I can't wait to see you all crush it in your roles. You're making a lot of people happy, bringing these characters to life. I can't imagine a better fit for Percy Jackson than Walker. You were so brilliant in the Atom Project. Hope you like eating blue food the next few years, because I think you've got a hit show on your hands, Logan.
So that was a message from Logan Lemon, who obviously played Percy Jackson in the previous adaptation. He has thankfully learnt now what blue food is. So that was a huge thing that everyone remembered, was that he just did not know what people talked about blue food to him, and he didn't know what it means. So he's learnt now. Props to Logan, but also really nice message.
So you know the scene where after I got snapped Dior's spear and she like screams and runs at me. I'm sorry, I just remember this. I'm sorry for like butting in, but I was actually afraid. Like looking at that, she had pure malicious intent in her eyes. I thought she was gonna hurt me.
Wow. This is
Okay, I forgot that thing was here there. Logan made a blue food joke as if to say, I'm sorry I messed up again. Yeah, literally. Yeah, so these are just all little clips from 2 days ago from an event with some fans and also some press, I believe. And shout out to my Percy Jackson podcaster friends who were able to go to this. Super jealous, but also so cool that you got to be there. That's so awesome.
I don't know. Go to that place in your
these are just
imagination.
different.
And well, I think one of like the things that kind of helped us.
Oh, so hold on, the question: when did you realize you were filming Percy Jackson? Like, when did it really set in for you?
Kind of feel the scene fast and feel like we're really there with the volume stage. Which I mean, all of that. I mean, except the Minotaur, obviously, it's all there. You know what I mean? In the rain, and that's all the volume stage.
Yeah, do you guys know about the volume? Like Star Wars does that too, where it's like this amazing thing where you essentially can see the environments around you, thanks to this like state-of-the-art, essentially old school green screen, right? So for that, like, did you guys all?
So that's good, but I forget how the volume works sometimes, because like the volume just makes things look real, so you can kind of figure out where you are and what's going on, which must be so helpful for acting. I'm just really hoping they've not fallen into the trap that the Star Wars shows have gone in now, where they just don't feel tangible anymore. They just sometimes have started to feel a bit more like a set now. So I'm hoping they've not fallen into that problem for the show.
And you also get to really, I don't know, mix it up with stunts too in this. Did all of you take to that equally? Do you enjoy doing stunt work? Yeah.
Yeah.
Leah?
Yes.
What's the hardest stunt you had to do in the shoot?
I feel like the water scenes, really, like all the practicing with and like in the water. Obviously because I had to go like 17 feet down into the water and stuff, which is
Wow.
something that you normally don't do when you go to a pool. So, like they were like, yeah, you're just gonna get in and stuff, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm just like swimming, my little doggy stuff, whatever. And then they're like, okay, so we're gonna slowly pull you down. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna hold my breath. And then they were like, we're gonna keep going. 10 feet. We're gonna keep going. 13. I'm like, when? I thought we were stopping at 3 feet. Like, what happened to the little like shallow end? But I feel like that was my hardest part, but like my funnest challenge at the same time, because they taught me how to look like I'm breathing underwater, how to talk underwater, how to scream, how to like do weird flips, and stuff. It was a lot, but it was very fun and challenging. They even took videos of it and stuff. It might look crazy, but it was good.
Okay, I think I know what scene that is for. I'm not going to say though, but it sounds very exciting. But immediately, yeah, it's just they're so passionate about it.
They brought in this guy. His name is Rod. He's the coolest person I've ever met, and he like does this
The
as a
sad Grover
job.
walk.
Sorry, that sounded a little rude. No, his job is like helping people look like, you know, otherworldly creatures in films. And we spent like on our first day of prep, we spent 2 hours like dissecting how a goat's like leg looks. Turns out their heel is way higher up on their leg than you would think. And so now, and so he taught me how to walk like a goat, and I like couldn't stop doing it after we filmed.
Do you want to demonstrate for us now? You still got it in you?
Oh, we're going to see.
Like, get up and do it?
I mean, we're all here. This is an exclusive, guys, just for you.
So, like, what he taught me was there's like a bunch of different ways he stands when he's like happy or angry or sad. Sorry.
Imagine a sad goat walking.
What?
I said, imagine a sad goat walking.
I did that.
Yeah, let's see the sad goat walk.
A sad Grover walk? Oh. And so he kind of like, the way it was described is, you know, you're falling with each step and you catch yourself with the ball of your foot. And so you're just standing on like your tiptoes for the entire shoot. So now I have calves of steel.
That's brilliant. That's so cool that they've really put so much into it of just like the level of like work to make their characters feel so realistic.
Of course. And
Chemistry reads.
When I got the chemistry parts and stuff for it, I went to this building. Actually, me and my mother were walking in, and I think we were lost for a second. And Mr. Rick came out the door and was like, "You over here?" I was like, "Oh, okay, hey," you know. And I start like tiptoeing in, start walking fast and stuff. But the audition process, it did take a while. Well, not as long as what Walker had. That was like 2 years almost. But seeing Mr. Rick there, and I was like, what the heck? I was like, I cannot believe this right now. Like, I am standing here with Mr. Rick, and it was crazy. But even doing the audition, there was something in me that, like, I still, how do I explain this? Felt like Leah, and I was still doing the part. But then I feel like at one point, Mr. Rick, you had said something to me, and it literally changed me the next time I came to my chemistry read. And I felt like from then on, I just like got better and better at trying to be Annabeth, really. And now I'm here now, but you know.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's so nice hearing them talk about all the stuff. Oh, Miranda jump scare. Oh yeah, this is also a thing. We've also got a little more closer look at the Chimera. And the Fates. We've got an official look at the Fates now as well. They look pretty cool, if I'm honest. Just they look like, and I think someone put this in the comments of this thing, they look like someone who would knit socks that would kill you. And then we've also got an official look at the Oracle as well, which is very, very cool. Leah calling them Mr. Rick and Mr. Lynn in that interview just called me up. No, I think it's just that I think she was the only one who was doing it. I don't think Walker and Arian were calling them Mr. or anything like that. I think it's just her. I think she's just, like, some people just do that. It's very Annabeth to me, if I'm honest, because I'm pretty sure like Annabeth calls like Sally Miss Jackson and stuff like that for a period of time and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really cute. Oh, okay. And this was a live with Rick. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to watch this because he's answered a few of them on his blog, which I will get to at some point as well. But this was also very cool. And then they went to the Empire State Building together. I mean, like, I'm sorry, but look at these outfits. Look at these outfits. These are kids who are, and I'll see if we can bring this. No, that's not made it bigger. There we go. That's made it bigger. they're like dressed in character. We've got Walker as Percy, Leah being Annabeth in like the chic and casual and like just vibing, and then Arian is just giving cool uncle vibes, which considering Grover is what, 24 in comparison to the 12-year-old that he hangs around. That sounds weird. And it just so cute. Also gave me such flashbacks as well, because like I did all of these things with my Percy Jackson podcaster friends in New York as well. I mean, talking about that when you see all these images too. Very cute. But yeah, it's just this is just photos of them there. It's very cute. We got Rick and Becky on the 600 floor as well. Here it is. These are some of the questions that came from Rick's blog that he answered. So this was something that people found out recently, that Argus is not going to be in the show. And basically I'll read some of this, but it's because it's super expensive to make and they basically need to be mindful of the budget, even though they had a big one. But the bigger issue was that the episode at camp was already so crowded with so many characters and scenes that we decided having Argus there would be a bit too much. The scene where he would have appeared is a really serious emotional moment and his presence would have sort of stepped on the dynamics. But they're hoping that he'll appear in later seasons. And honestly, that makes sense to me. Argus is a fun character, but he's not a significant character. I'd much rather they focused on the important characters and having their involvement than a character that doesn't necessarily need to be there. Theo, Charlie, Azrael, and Olivia all posted stories of them reading various Percy Jackson books on the plane. They did. So what I remember, Charlie, who plays Luke, is reading Chalice of the Gods right now. Dior is reading Sea of Monsters. I don't know I've not seen Azrael and Olivia's posts yet. But it's very cool to see them all reading the books. Were there any changes that you made to the plot / details from the source material while adapting the book to show format that you were excited or not excited to make? When you adapt a book for screen, there have to be some changes because it's a different medium. For instance, in the books you wrote Percy's POV, you can't really do the same in the show. Even with 8 episodes, you can't show every single description of action or line of dialogue from the book because it wouldn't translate the same. It's weird, but you sort of have to change things to make the story feel the same. Though when you watch the show, it will feel like the book and you will say, yes, that is the story of the Lightning Thief. That's the most important thing for me. Okay. So very much a non-answer, but I will take it. How did you balance managing comedy and still making the show scary? We had a lot of conversations about this. We want it to be a show everyone will enjoy. I think the humor helps with that because it does balance out the scary stuff. Okay, this is good because there was a post at some point that said that the show they were removing the scary parts, which I was concerned about because there are scary things that happen. If you remove that, it kind of dampens it a little bit. And then someone asked about Heroes of Olympus. That's not going to happen anyway. That was going to it would take until the show is finished for that to go anywhere. Are you nervous about the reviews? Oh, that's not really an important question. What is the scene you were most excited to see adapted? And he says the St. Louis Arch. Is it St. Louis or St. Louis? I don't know. You'll see what I mean in episode 4. Oh, confirmation. Episode 4 is where we see the Arch scene. That's cool. The 3 main actors did an amazing job. Walker is a lot braver than I am here to deal with a fire-breathing chimera. Will we see the zoo truck scene? The title for episode 6 is We Take a Zebra to Vegas. So episode 6 is where we have this. Do you think the post-production has gone well? Post-production is at least as hard as actual production, and so many people spent so much time on the show. I think the final product looks amazing and sounds fantastic. I can't take credit for the music. I didn't even know Riptide was going to be in the trailer until I saw it, but it's the perfect choice. The series isn't meant to be set in the 2010s. It's meant to be a sort of timeless modern day vibe, so you aren't going to capture a certain decade. Ben McCree did the music for us, so what you hear will be new music from him. Very, very cool. And I know people have addressed just the fact that it's like, oh, it's not going to be set in the 2000s. It's never been set in the 2000s. Even in the book, it references random things. Like all of the books, they reference things like Green Day and Hilary Duff and then Fortnite. And like even the most recent book, Chalice of the Gods, reference things that would not be referenceable in the original books because they didn't exist when Rick was writing those books at the time. So it's always been a timeless series. It was never going to be set in a specific timeline or time period because it's never been in a specific time period. It's always been in whatever time Rick is writing at that point. So yeah, that's always was going to be the case.
I want to go to there.
They're just messing about on. Oh yeah, and then.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm taking the phone now because I am that girl, and Clarice's your favorite.
Whoa, I don't know about that. I think,
Listen.
I think Luke is actually on top.
Oh, we wanted to see.
Anyway,
watch
December
Percy,
20th.
December 20th. Woo!
So that is Dior and Charlie, also known as Clarice and Luke, arriving in New York alongside the Golden Trio. And this is very much Clarice vibes, and I'm here for it. Dior and Charlie actually hang out a lot together, which is very cool. And then we have this here, which is the whole interview thing with the group. It's 40 minutes long, so I don't think I'm going to be able to watch the whole thing. It is linked down below, and it is with I've forgotten their channel name, the Olympians Report, which is a great channel as well for lots of people who like Percy Jackson related stuff as well. But yeah, they've got a whole video on it, so we will watch this. I don't think there is any.
Oh, we have a bunch of seats.
But when I came out here and I heard all those screams, I was like, oh my goodness gracious.
For you, Walker, I mean, you filmed this kind of not in secret.
Okay, for some reason it won't open it to full screen.
Together.
Oh my god, I can see my friend. Okay, so on Instagram, there's it's really annoyed I can't get this wide screen. Oh wait, can I? Oh no, only just slightly. Okay, you guys can see the whole thing. So my friend Robert, who runs the Damn Meme page on Instagram, got to go with Erica, the host of the Seaweed Brain podcast, and Liam T. Crowley, the reporter. And you can see Robert right here because they are wearing their Detective Pikachu hat with their Camp Half-Blood outfit. But yes, that is them right here. And I love it so much. Yeah, I don't think they've got timestamps on the video. So let me double check actually, because I can't see it on this bit here. But let's have a look, see. Okay, so no, it doesn't have any timestamps. Has anyone put timestamps in the comments? No, I don't think they put any timestamps, and it's 44 minutes long, so I don't think I'm going to be able to watch all of it, but I have linked it down below so you guys can check it out if you want to, and we will watch a few clips of it.
And now the world is ready to receive it. Is this a daunting part of the process to kind of like share it with the world?
I mean, yeah. Well, I know if I wasn't up here, I'd be sitting in there. So.
Walker being a fan, love it.
It has been a journey to get here, Rick and Becky. Let's talk a little bit about how this came to pass. Did you think this was? Did you know in recent years this was the way to go? How did this? In short, how did this happen?
I forgot Rick and Becky were in this.
Wonderful series on Disney Plus.
So how did it go? First of all, thank you guys for being here.
Okay.
We could maybe do this with Disney.
I have this building. Actually, me and my mother were walking in, and I think.
Okay, we saw this a little bit as well, actually. Hold on.
Pretty much the best news you've had in your young career yet. I take what was that moment like?
Oh yeah, it definitely was. I think, well, I thought they told me it was just like an interview with Dan and John, and so I broke out my old Camp Half-Blood t-shirt in 3rd grade, and it still somehow fit me. And then Rick and Becky showed up and told me I got the part on Zoom, and then like 2 weeks later, we were doing
how she reads with Leah.
You guys immediately go back to the books. Obviously the movies did a different kind of thing, but like, what did you do? But like, what did you do? You got the part. What was the first step?
The first thing I did after I got the part?
Yeah.
I just remember taking the part.
Fair enough. Well, when did it become real? You step on set. What's the first like?
Okay, and we've had this bit as well.
It's going to feel a little different just because TV is a different medium than.
And Walker, you were so brilliant in the Adam Project. Does this audience here in New York want to see some footage, maybe?
Oh.
We're recording it, you know my warning. December 20th is when the show launches, but today you get to see here in New York.
Okay, so
all of you take to that equally. Do you enjoy doing some work?
okay, so this is okay. It's gonna take a while going through it, so let's just not. But that is a bunch of different stuff. So we've trailer, different teaser posters, more interviews coming out, the cast getting out and about, getting into New York and doing a bunch of stuff. More press related things I do know are going on currently as well. Again, super jealous. They are only doing one event here in the UK in London, and you had to like enter a draw to get in. I have no idea when we'll find out if we get anything, but I'm doubting I'll do it. I'll get through. But you know, fingers crossed. I don't know what day that'll be happening. But yeah, I'm so excited. I've got so much planned in regards to the show. Though I do want to take a brief moment to mention that there is currently a boycott going for Disney due to them financially supporting Israel currently, and all, well, just their general stuff as well. I mean, Disney were the reason why a lot of the strikes were not going, apparently, not confirmed, but they were seemingly, from some sources, the reason why it was being held up a deal. And then just the general other not great stuff that Disney does. So for people who may be taking part in the boycott, there are other means to watch the show if necessary, to not support Disney. Just to mention that, but also additionally, be sure to share support in regards to Palestine as well, because that is still going on. As much as we are excited for the show, that is still a real thing that is happening. So I just wanted to briefly mention that after talking a lot about the Disney show, and also Rick, who has also given some very disappointing response into the current situation in Palestine. So wanted to mention that there as well, because it is disappointing. And as much as I will also be talking about the show in the coming weeks, I will also be putting links going forward in regards to helping support Palestine, and various different things like that as well. So be aware of that. If you don't like it, leave. But yes, so I will be continuing to do content in regards to the TV show, doing my episode reviews and then episode breakdowns. I'll be working towards releasing a trailer breakdown. I know there's been a few of them already, but doing one for this Friday or this weekend, depending on how quickly I can do, because I also have multiple assignments due. So working towards getting my master's and my PhD. So smart person. Well, no, that's a lie. I'm not smart at all. But yes, doing general personalizing content as well is also my goal, as well as doing Avatar, because we've got that coming out soon as well. Well, the show's coming out in February, but other stuff eventually as well. Hopefully to do Arcane content at some point also. But yes, I'll be doing regular Rivalverse book stuff, eventually the TV show stuff as well, Avatar show for Netflix, and the original cartoon, and then Arcane related stuff, and possibly other things as well. But I am very, very excited for the premiere next week. I can't wait for it. Still waiting to find out what time it's going to be released, because if it's releasing at 9 p.m. on Wednesday, that's 2 a.m. my time. So we'll find out whether or not I'll be staying up to watch it or not. So we'll also see whether or not I'll be able to release my review on the Wednesday or if it'll be on Thursday instead. So I'll be keeping an eye out for that, and also doing reviews on those days. So I'll be releasing videos Wednesdays and Fridays going forward. Wednesdays will be show-related content, and Fridays non-show. And then when the show ends, swapping that back around until Avatar in February. So enjoy, subscribe, and thank you for sticking with me whilst I've been away. Love you all. See you next time. Bye.